Good afternoon everyone, and thanks once again for joining me on my little channel. Well, as you can see, I'm at a different location, and what a beautiful day it's been again today. The wind is a little bit stronger than I would like it to be for the reviews I've got to do today, but at least it's not too bad. We're a little bit sheltered by the trees running along the road there, so hopefully not too bad. Right, let's have a look at the first one. And before I get into that, I should say that, like many of us, we've been waiting for the Chinese to get their act together, because I've got many orders been outstanding for months and months now, and I was just about to give up hope when all of a sudden the postman turned up with 5 packages, and all of these were ordered on different weeks. So as the Americans would say, go figure. I hope I've got the GoPro angle right, and you can see this. The first one we're going to have a look at is the CSJ X4, and as you can see immediately, it is a little clone of the Parrot Anafi. So if I fold it out like that, you can immediately see the resemblance there. Okay, just go through a brief rundown of the box. You had the drone itself, and you have the 3.7 volts, and I can't remember the milliamp, I think it might be 1500 or somewhere around there, battery, which you pull back these clips like that, and the battery comes out there, and you charge it via a USB which is supplied with the kit. To place the battery back in, you press that tab in at an angle, and it's pulled back on the clips, and there you can feel that click in. Okay, you won't need to register this drone. It's well under the 250 grams weight limit. One thing I would advise you to do is, there's quite a bit of slop on these props, which you would expect. They're little folding props, but there's so much slop. I found on the test flight that it affected the camera jello. So what I would advise you to do is, it's also comes with a little screwdriver, and you can undo the propellers, but I would just tighten these up just a little bit, just so you don't get too much lateral slop in the propellers. So hopefully that will help you with the jello. Okay, on to the transmitter, and it's very much these aerials don't do anything, they're false. Although if you were so minded, if you was to undo this part, you'll find that the 2.4 gigahertz remote control aerial is just looped up inside. If you was to drill through one of these, whichever side that's on, you could have the aerial pointing out. Hopefully that might give you, it probably won't give you longer range, it'll probably strengthen the signal that is already there. One thing that is notable, according to the instructions, is I've written the buttons are not marked at all, unlike some. You have your basic up and down, sideways trims there. This is up and down for throttle, forward, backwards, right, left, and that's your right, your left. This is short press on this button is for photo, long press is for video. This is your speed rates, so if you press 2, you'll get 2 beeps, and 3 beeps you'll get in a higher rate as well. These should be reversed. On a test, this is stop, and this is actually headless mode and return to home. So it's 1 press for headless mode and a long press for return to home, and I'll try and demonstrate that to you in the flight. I should say that the return to home is just, it will fly back in a vague direction where it took off from. It won't land, or don't expect a pinpoint landing. It's just going to fly back, so you get in orientation in order to land it. Also in the box, you have the USB charging cable. You have some propeller guards. you have some spare props, and I think, did I see some spare screws in there? No, I didn't. And the obligatory screwdriver. You also have a fairly good manual with your app codes. Be wary which app you use, because I don't think they're fully, I think the guy who's written these apps has just, maybe he's done it on a Friday afternoon, he's just about to go home, because I don't think they're fully been tested, as we will find out. I will show you. Right, fairly good manual there. It's got some spares, and it gives you general directions on how to set up your drone, which I'll go through with you at the time. This is, you've got Chinese instructions there for your app, and you have English instructions there as well. You'll notice that the QR codes there vary slightly from the QR codes in here. All the functions on here I've previously tested, they don't all work. So that is something that hopefully is in development, and we will be upgraded as soon as they see fit. Okay, right, let's get this thing all bound up and working together, and we'll take it for a test flight. Okay, let's start with, this is the brush drone. So under normal circumstances with a brush drone, you'll press on the drone first, and I'm not sure if you can see there that the green lights are flashing, and we need to power on the transmitter using this switch here, up and down to bind, and to calibrate the drone the stick should go down and to the right. Okay, we'll go into our settings, and we're looking for the Wi-Fi app. Let's have a look, see if I can find it. Here we go, and we're looking for a Wi-Fi app. It says M8 4K, and it's got a random series of numbers after that. So let's have a look at that one, see if that's connected. That looks as though that's connected, so we're just going to wait for a notification. Hopefully that will appear very shortly. There we go, it's done. Press yes on that. So we can go into it's the HFun app, which you'll find on Google Play and iStore, I think, or iPhone. For some strange reason, we've got to calibrate the app. Then we can start, and hopefully we should be receiving a picture. There we have it. Okay, now on testing, I found that although this can take a picture, when you come to do a video, oh, well, it's working now. How strange is that? Normally, I've been finding that you need to press the video button in order for that to work, but that appears to be working. Okay, so it's quite windy, not really that windy for a normal size quad, I'd say, but we're going to put it into rate 3 and down and out to start, and off we go. And although it's a very slight wind, it seems to be struggling, so I'm not going to take this out too far. Right, supposedly on the app you should be able to give it some instructions with your hand. Now I'm not going to do that. It's quite windy, and as you can see, I should have mentioned that this has got 4K optical flow, or it's meant to have 4K optical flow. Now I don't really think so. It's also meant to have a 4K camera as well, but I really think the Chinese are maybe putting one over us there. Not on this price. This is a toy grade drone, so I don't think that will be, I'm not entirely sure that's going to be true. It's going to be an interpolation of the JPEGs that the system on this generates, and the system is, as I say, it's a toy drone, so it's not going to be high-end spec. So we've got a wind coming over here from roughly, I'd say, about 5 or so miles an hour. As you can see, it's coming over, it's gusting a little bit over here, and the optical flow system does seem to be working fairly well. It has drifted from here over to there. It doesn't seem to be too bad at all, so obviously it is working to some extent, isn't it? So let's go for a little fly around again. And I'm in rate 3. I really think it needs rate 3 at the moment. It's nice and quiet, I must admit. It seems to have difficulty calibrating itself when making abrupt turns. I don't know what length of flight time this is meant to be had. I think it was meant to be something around 15 minutes. Now the wind has picked up a little more, and we'll go higher, and we're going to see how well it holds itself. So I hope it's all in view. I hope I've got my the camera at the right angle, but you can see there I've got no inputs on the sticks, and I'm getting a fairly good video. When I was using my Nokia 5, I found the video to be a little bit on the choppy side. Don't forget, this is 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi, which is the same as 2.4 gigahertz for the radio control, although it's a lesser wattage, of course. But eventually, if you do fly out any distance, the two are going to counteract each other, so that's where you get your problem. So I would suggest that you don't take this more than 150 meters. If you do get 150 meters out of it, I think you're going to be very lucky. But looking at the camera, yep, the image looks quite good. I'm fairly pleased with that. So off we go. We've got someone walking in there at the moment, so we'll get out of his way. Hello there. Okay, so we're going to go up high now. I'd say that's about 15 meters possibly, and the wind is going to be stronger up there than it is down here at this level. And from what I can see, the video footage is looking very good indeed, and it looks as though it's holding its position very well. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. That's very good. We'll come back. Right, I seem to have control of it. Okay, so that came down virtually of its own volition. I think because the battery has died. You can see the lights flashing away there. That's possibly, might be a reason why there was no connection. My phone's gone off, so we might look into that. Maybe I've overstressed the battery a little bit, possibly. I don't know how long we were flying for there, but all in all, yeah, still a very good drone. I may have taken the flight time a little bit too long. I'll need to look into that, and I'll come back and I'll do another test. It will just run out of battery and land itself. So I think that's a fairly good safety feature, don't you? But all in all, not too bad for the price you pay for it. You know, you're not going to expect a DJI style features with this, but yes, hopefully the video will come out quite reasonably well. I'll upload that onto this video and you can see for yourself. Thanks for watching and stay safe, be good, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.